Okay, so like the biggest difference with 37 and 39 is that I want to solve all these for y, but the thing, the biggest difference, first off, like I said, this is a circle. Okay, that's the equation for a circle. Whereas this one is, so this is a circle function, or it's not a circle function because it's not a function, but the circle equation. This is a square root. This one is a function. Okay, because, okay, and the biggest question I get is, well, they're both square roots, so I thought you have to have a plus and a minus. Well, this one doesn't start with a plus or a minus. Okay, this one is just the square root of x minus 4. Okay, so it's like the poster that's up on the over there, right? But whenever I solve for y, okay, whenever I have to solve for y, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this one over, I'm going to send the y squared over, and I'm going to send the 16 over. Okay, so whenever I do that, I have 4x squared minus 16 equals y squared. And then I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Well, whenever I do that, okay, I am going to have a plus or a minus the square root of 4x squared minus 16, and it's going to be equal to y. Since I'm actually solving for both sides and I take the square root, then there is a plus and a minus version. Okay, so this is what makes it, because regardless of what x value I plug in, I'm going to have a, like if I plug in a 2, okay, well that's a 0, so that doesn't work. But if I plug in like a 3 for the x value, okay, I'm going to have 36 minus 16, which is going to be 20, right? So I'm going to have the square root of positive 20, and I'm going to square root of negative 20. So since it's one x value, and I'm going to get two y's, that's what makes this one not a function. But since 39 started as a square root and we weren't solving, like it just says y is equal to the square root of x minus 4. Basically what that means is, in this case, you have, it is a square root function, so it's gonna look something like this. Okay, and where it would be basically at 4, we'd move it right 4, and we'd go from there. But there's no, like, we can't use a value. Like no matter what value we plug in, as long as it's from basically 4 and on in a positive direction, it's going to be just one value.